Hey everybody, how are you guys doing on this Saturday evening? Hopefully everyone's getting ready to go out on a date or hang out and do something fun. So weekends never really make a huge difference in my world because I can do something just as fun on a weekday as I do in the week on a weekend, but there's always more people to hang out with and do things with on the weekends. Definitely, even though I have a lot of coach and entrepreneur friends. So anyway, that's not the point of our article today, or our video today. I'm gonna swivel this just a little, but we don't need to look at my old Irish dance pictures. That's unnecessary. That is unnecessary. Completely uncalled for. Super old dance pictures. But anyway, so the thing I really wanted to talk to you about today, and it's kind of been on my mind for the last few days, is I'm talking to a lot of my clients, and this one really is coming pretty much straight from clients I've been seeing lately, all my female clients, and then of course people online, not my individual clients, but from workshops and things like that. And this is directly at you women today. I'm sorry, I'm gonna poke at you guys a bit because I keep hearing over and over and over and over and over again about how women just want sex to be done. They're just like, I'm watching the clock. I can't wait until it's over. I don't want him taking time on me. I don't want him really kind of like arousing my entire body. All these women who are like, yeah, can it last less than a half an hour? Like, cause I have other stuff I have to go do. And yet at the same time, they're incredibly pissed off that their husband isn't able to get them into this beautiful state of bliss. And they are cutting their partners out of this scenario completely and going into Vibe Town. Like, and even if their partner is still there, they're still just, they're vibing it out, and they're disconnect. That's a disconnection from your partner when you are just sitting there and getting yourself off, and not, there's really not the connection. There's not the exchange. There's not that beautiful energy between you. And when you are just using an electronic toy to kind of continually getting yourself off. Now, I'm not saying that toys can't be fun now and then, and they can be. I don't want to get like hate mail about sex toys, because every time I do something and I say, kind of take the vibrator out of the bedroom, we've become kind of hyper focused on them, addicted to them. I always get messages about, how wrong that is and blah, 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 bullshit. But you are disconnecting from your partner when you're using a toy. When you're continually using a toy, and that is the only way you can have an orgasm, if you have an orgasm at all, if you're lucky to have an orgasm at all, then you are disconnecting from your partner. And many times the reason that women, sorry, I just got out of the shower, so my hair is like funky. Many times the reason women are hyper focused on their vibrators are because we're like, how much longer is this going to take? And that is such a negative energy to be bringing to the bedroom. It really is. It's a negative energy to be bringing to the bedroom consistently. It's one thing if you guys are having hot sex most of the time, and then every once in a while you're having quickies, or the kids wake up. Like, there's lots of things that happen. I'm not saying that every single time you're with your partner, it doesn't need to be hours and hours. That is, I believe, unrealistic right now for most people in their lives. They are not willing to take that amount of time. The problem being is we're not willing to take any fucking time. So if you're not willing to take any time and really surrender, and that's the key, with time, the female body will be able to surrender if you allow it, if you are willing to get out of your head. And yet we look at our men and go, why haven't I Why am I not having amazing orgasms? Why am I being such a bitch? Why am I always so grumpy? And we blame it on our men, when in truth it is that we're taking our own orgasm away because we are so focused on the clock. We're so focused in on, I don't want to truly surrender to my partner. I may have been married for him for 20 years. Sorry, got a little tongue tied. I may have been married to him for 20 years, but I'm not going to surrender. I'm not going to allow him to explore my body. I'm not going to really drop into my feminine energy, but I want a good orgasm. And why do all those other women have good orgasms? And is there actually such a thing? It actually drives me kind of nuts when I'm working with a woman, and I have some female clients now, and that's not necessarily the case right now, but I have in the past worked with women that I tell them, like, you're going to have to take a little extra time. You're really going to have to let him like explore your body, notice all the turn-ons, all of that. And they're unwilling to do it. They don't do it. They're like, no, I'm not doing it. You're just going to have to teach me how to have a good fucking orgasm in 10 minutes. Well, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. Your body is not going to be able to drop down. Your turn-on level is not going to be where it needs to be. It takes 20 to 40 minutes to get a woman ready for penetration, and we're talking especially when you're not having that deeper, good connective sex already. It's one thing if you have a woman who is like ravenous and turned on all the time, multi-orgasmic in the bedroom, you guys are having lots and lots and lots of sex, and it is beautiful and it is arousing and mind-blowing, like you're pulling her off the ceiling because it's so good, then you can get away with shortening that down a little bit. But the average woman is going to take 20 to more likely 40 minutes to get into that deeper orgasmic state where she can throw her hands back, feel into her body, feel the yummy juiciness, feel that like that G-spot orgasm where like you like slide into almost like a deep, like hot, warm bath kind of feeling. Like, and that is also when we're going to be starting to release hormones in the brain. And so we get these women, you tend to be so in your masculine, and you ask, how do I step into the feminine? And that is actually one of the ways, is simply just taking the time and stepping into your body, being willing to connect to your body. You're not going to do it perfectly at first. And here's the deal. Even when you know how to do it, you sometimes still won't do it. Okay? This is a two-way street. I've heard so much hate towards men lately. And yes, men deserve their pieces of like, okay, no, you do need to take time on your woman to really open her heart up. You need to do this and do that. But I actually have heard way more women going, I just don't want to. I don't want to drop down. I love him. I find him sexy, but I got better things to do. And wondering why they've not experienced this like deep orgasmic sex. And it really is a kind of cyclical, not cyclical, but it's like a double-edged sword in that you've not experienced good orgasm and that like really true deep orgasm where your body has dropped in and really is enjoying it. And so you don't know the power of sex. You're like, what's the point? It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't give me that much. It doesn't fulfill me that much. But the truth is, it doesn't fulfill you that much. You're not getting that much out of it because you haven't dropped into it and you're not allowing it. But it's so hard to drop in and allow because you don't see the purpose in it. And so that is where I would suggest almost not just read so many articles I've written and things on my webpage, AddisonBell.net. I have lots under the sensual reflections. You can go into the little search bar and just search orgasm or female orgasm and pop up lots of different articles on this. I have a instantly orgasmic woman program that I did 2 years ago, I think now. Um, and there's tons of exercises. It's actually one of my most in-depth programs that I did. You can go in there and check that out. But it does require you really learning to surrender to self. It's not even surrendering to your partner. It has nothing to even do with that. It's surrendering to your own sensation, and not just that clitoral get off sensation, not that masculine orgasm, but that like deeper, like feeling your body, truly feeling your body, feeling every sensation, feeling the sensations in like your face when you have heat flushing, feeling the sensations in your arms and your legs and the tinglings, all of that, to really drop in, to breathe deeply. All of those elements kind of going into you creating that beautiful orgasm. But the first thing you have to do is give yourself time, is truly give yourself time. And we have enough men out there right now that are truly do not understand the necessity of time. So if you have a man in your life that is willing to like devour you with like love and attention and focused, not even just sex, but just focus of like in a positive way, then lean into that. Allow him to give that to you. If you're in a same-sex couple, the same thing. If you are bisexual or a lesbian, then leaning into that the same way that you would into a man. Leaning into that energy of just receiving, just allowing yourself to receive the yummy energy and give yourself the time and get out of this. Because not only is it we're not like setting the clock of like, let's make it 30 minutes. I get 30 minutes of oral sex. No, that's not the key either. It is not how you're going to make it happen either. That's still in a very like, let's make this happen. Let's like pop this shit out. That's not the way to do it, ladies. Not the way to do it. And I'm saying this because I so badly right now feel the need for us women to really heal and step back into our healing, because I'm seeing a lot of women running from their healing right now, running from their work, not actually stepping up all of a sudden this year. It's very interesting, very, very interesting. I have so many men that want to heal right now and so many women that do not. They are avoiding it. But really giving yourself that time to get out of your brain and just truly feel whatever that feels like, even if you don't end up in this like massive orgasmic climactic kind of situation. It is still training you to get embodied, training you to feel your body, training you to really, really enjoy all the sensations your body is gifting you with. So don't make the excuses of like, I don't have the time. That's bullshit. You can make the time. If you made it a priority, you can make the time. And that's the key. You have to make it a priority. And I hear lots of my women clients right now, and clients in the past, especially my clients in the past, going like, but I have kids and I have work and and those are beautiful priorities. If those are your priorities, that's fine. But you also need to prioritize, or at least schedule, in order to make sure you prioritize it at some point, your sex. You have to prioritize it, because I can promise you, as soon as you get into those yummy chemicals, as soon as you drop in, as soon as you really start to experience yourself as an orgasmic woman, and I mean like a truly deeply orgasmic woman, not just this quick sex, not that just like quick get off. As soon as you really learn to experience yourself like that, you're going to have more energy, you're going to have more passion, you're going to have more turn on. And so really kind of forcing yourself, and we don't want to do duty sex. It's not that, but it's going, I'm going to lean in here. I'm going to step into the discomfort. And that is the discomfort of just receiving. That is the discomfort of feeling your pleasure, because we're scared as women of our pleasure. We're scared to truly receive. We are scared to open our hearts because our sex is going to open our hearts. And that's a scary thing. It is. It is. And I don't want to like make light of that because it can be an incredibly scary thing. But it is that like pushing up against kind of that shaky zone that we're like, my comfort zone, I'm not sure I can go there, but you can. It's just breathing into it and just pushing a little bit more each time, and taking the expectations off the table, taking those expectations definitely off the table, because you are disconnecting from your partner when you continue to kind of be in the mindset of like, let's get this over with, let's get you off. That is not connecting with your partner. You are missing such beautiful intimacy with your partner when in those moments. And if your man is wanting to step into intimacy with you and you truly do love him, and it's not like you're not disgusted by him, you still want a relationship with him, then it is going to be kind of leaning into that. Definitely leaning into that. There was one other thing I had wanted to talk about, and I forgot. Oh yeah. And so also I think we don't lean into our orgasm. We get into this time crunches because we don't want to lean into the feminine. So I also would not lean in, but look at where are you avoiding your feminine and why? Why are you avoiding your feminine? Why is it so bad to be in your feminine? What is so scary to you as a woman about leaning into that feminine and giving yourself time to truly be in your body and in that beautiful flow and that yummy energy that's in your feminine? And so there is something potentially that you're holding back there. So look at that as well. Other than that, I'm going to go on my date. So I will see you guys on Monday. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you guys soon. Sending you all love, light, and tons of blessings. Bye, guys.